All right, friends, today we're gonna talk all about 5th grade music lessons. So we're gonna talk about everything that I am teaching this week. Again, if you have missed them, I do this week because I have like the same lessons for a month. I see the same students for a week at a time. So like this week I have this set of students and the next week I have a different set, and we are in rotation 2. So I've now seen everybody through one time. We're going through the second, and actually next week we're into our 3rd week, which is exciting. So we're gonna do all of the October-y, fall-ish lessons, and I am pumped, so excited. But today we are talking about 5th grade. 5th grade is working on rhythm, specifically how many like beats all of the rhythms get. And we're theming everything around pizza, which will make sense in just a second. So my 5th graders, when they come in on Monday, we go through the same kind of spiel that I do every single Monday of my life, which is remembering all the things we do in music and remembering all of our rules and remembering all this stuff. And once we get through that, we are doing this rhythm play along. My slides are a little bit out of order, but it's okay. So we're doing this rhythm play along that I found. It is a Fortnite song, I have been told. I've never played Fortnite, so I don't really know, but it's fairly easy. It goes through, it has quarter notes, barred 8th notes, barred 16th notes, half notes, and whole notes, and then quarter rests. So those are all the rhythms it goes through, and it plays everything twice. So like you get to play it, and then if you miss it the first time, you can play it again. And what I like about it is it's color coded, and you have different body percussion things to do for each one. So it's got like, when it's orange you're supposed to clap, and when it's red you're supposed to stomp, and when it's blue or purplish then you're supposed to do like pat. So we go through about half of that, and that's pretty fun, and that just kind of warms up our body, because again you're like stomping and clapping and doing all of the different things, and it's a lot of fun. So after that, depending on how much time it is, we either start learning the song Pizza Pizza Daddy-O, which I'll talk about more when we get into the next lesson. If we don't, then we skip that and we go straight to Pizza Love by Music K8. Because we're doing a pizza themed week, I was like, we gotta do it. So if you don't know this song, it is the cutest song. It's basically a love song to a pizza. And now I tell them, I'm like, because they were in 5th grade, I'm like, all right, y'all, this is really cheesy, but yeah, it's cheesy. But it's so silly, and so I'm like, really pay attention to like what they call the pizza and all the different things they say about the pizza and those things, and they just think it's hilarious anyway. So we go through that, and then after that they sit, and I have everyone tell me in the chat, because I am still virtual by the way, I have them on the chat tell me what their favorite food is, and then they take about 2 minutes. I put like a timer up on the board, and they just take a piece of paper and a pencil, or even I told them they can do it in a Google Doc, they can do it anywhere as long as they have it, and just write everything they can think of about their favorite food. So like some kids said spaghetti, some said chicken, and we're gonna come back to this later, but for now I just want them to start brainstorming like all the different reasons that they like this food, because we're gonna do a composition piece later on. So super simple and super fun. And then I let some of them share what they wrote down. I have noticed, I first started with like 1 minute, but I don't know if like my kids write really slow or what, but they had like hardly anything after 1 minute. So I found it was better to give them actually like 2 or 3, which seems like a really long time to me, but for them it was necessary. So there we go. All right, on day 2, on Tuesday, they come in and we get started with the song Pizza Pizza Daddy-O. So let me know if you know this one, because it's one of my favorites. And I thought no one knew it because no one ever talked about it, but then I've heard a couple people talking about it. So it's really simple. You go with the name of whoever's talking. So like I always start, so it goes, Miss Davis has a friend, Pizza Pizza Daddy-O, how do I know it? Pizza Pizza Daddy-O, because she told me, Pizza Pizza Daddy-O. So that's the A section. Then on the B section, whoever's name was in it, hello, whoever's name was in it, so like for Miss Davis, gets to pick 2 activities that we're gonna do, that everyone can do. So we might snap, we might stomp, we might hop, we might jump, we might spin, whatever. And so we go through, and usually I have them say it, but with the lag, I told them you can say it if you want to, or you can just tell me and I will say them, and they've all kind of opted for that because they're in that weird 5th grade thing, and it's just kind of weird being on the screen talking. So usually they'll send me what they want to do and I just say it. So I'll say, you know, whatever they say. So anyway, so it'll be like, let's snap it, daddy-o. Let's wiggle it, daddy-o. And then the last one is, let's end it, daddy-o. And on end it, daddy-o, you are supposed to pick someone new. So in a classroom, they would spin around and whoever they landed on at the end of end it, daddy-o would be the next person. But since we're online, I just say, when we get to that part, tell me in the chat or raise your hand if you want the next turn, because, you know, we gotta adapt right now. So that's basically how you do it. Now, the part I left out is what you do on the Pizza Daddy-o. So it is like a small dance, and I can't really do it in the frame, but basically what you do is you are jumping, and so your feet go out, cross, together, which sounds confusing, but it's really not. It's just like out, cross, together. And that goes pizza, daddy. Nope. Pizza, daddy-o. So that's how that goes. And then the rest is just self-explanatory. So let's snap it, daddy-o. It is so much fun. I will say it's definitely something that's better in person, but it's even working online, and it is so much fun. You could do it from 6 feet away, because I usually make them stay in their seats anyway, because I'm not big on like moving around the room. When we get back to the classroom, I feel like it's gonna be not terribly hard, because I never let them get up anyway. We tend to stay in our seats in my class. Anyway, so after that, we listen to our pizza love song again, because it's like our theme song for the week. And then we go through pizza fractions. So I was trying to think of a way that we could help the kids understand why the rhythms have like their different names. So I made this little PowerPoint, which is available on TBT, and it goes through different slides. So the first one, it talks about, hey Ingrid, so the first one talks all about like what a measure is and things like that. And then after that, it shows a pizza. This is what inspired the whole lesson. And it has like a whole note. The whole note gets a whole pizza, so it gets all 4 beats of our measure. And then for the next one, our half note gets half of a measure. So there's 2 in our pizza, so we split our pizza in 2. There's 2 in our measure, they get 2 beats, because each time we get a little bit smaller. Same with quarter note. 4 quarter notes in a measure, so 4 quarter notes in the pizza. So we take our 4 beats and we divide them by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to get 1 beat each. So what, I can't commit to that many things, Ingrid. I didn't even want to commit to doing a live every week with this. So what they're doing as I'm doing that is they have a piece of paper and they are drawing this out. So I erased my whole note to put that there, but they're just doing, super loud. So they're just doing the rhythm, the pizza cut into however many pieces, and then how many beats. And then they keep this for reference, and the ones who are smart keep it all week, so that when we do our Kahoot later on, they can refer back to it, which I'm totally fine with. So we go through that with quarter notes and then eighth notes and 16th notes, which is super fun. They were like, whoa, that's a lot of rhythms. Yeah, it's a lot of rhythms. And then we just kind of recap. I let them draw like whatever toppings they want on their pizza, and then they have to hold it up to the camera to show me that they did it. And as long as they did it, they get 100. Easy peasy, easy peasy. So that, and then if we have time, we go through a few, I'm trying to find one that does have it. We go through a few of these slides that say like, how many beats is this? And they just type in the chat or hold up on their fingers and let me know the answer. And I write down whether they're getting it right or not, so that I kind of know whether they're understanding. It's not like a quiz or anything, but it's just like, okay, we are still struggling with, you know, I can kind of see what rhythms they're struggling with. So in my shop, this is like a PDF PowerPoint kind of thing that you can get that has the whole presentation. And then there's also Google Slides activities that the kids fill out. So like, this is when the slides, so they're putting the answer over there, and there's a bunch of different things that they can do. So I will link that in the accompanying YouTube video, which will be up by tomorrow. So that is day 2. Wednesday, we don't have any classes, and then on Thursday, we start with the other half of the rhythm play along. So we did like kind of the first half, and so today we're reviewing and then doing the second half of it. After that, we learn the song Aussie, which is one of my favorite songs. It is in Spanish, but they're like nonsense words, but it's all about a citron. If you didn't know, because I didn't know this thing. Apparently lemons are not natural fruits. What? Apparently there is a citron, which is a lemon looking fruit, and then there are limes, and then somebody crossed a citron and a lime and made a lemon. And I'm like, what? I didn't know that until I looked this up because I wanted to tell them what a citron was. And I was like, what is this? So fun fact of the day. And so we learned the song Aussie. I don't make them learn all of the words because we just don't have time for it, and also I can't hear them anyway. But normally we would learn them in school. So this song goes, Aussie te un fantango sango sango sabare de la rondella con su triki triki tron. And this is also in my TBT shop, by the way. It's like a whole pack of lesson. So super easy, and actually it's not that easy, but it's a lot of fun. So what I have them do is right now they're just keeping the beat. I do walk through all the words with them, but I don't make them learn it because we just don't have a lot of time. And then we talk about those dotted quarter notes because we've never seen them before. Although I have to say my favorite thing to do with dotted quarter notes or dotted half notes is I just say, what does this look like? And they usually are like, it kind of looks like a quarter note with a dot. I'm like, yeah, you wanna know what it's called? A dotted quarter note. And they're like, really, Miss Davis? Yes, it really is called a dotted quarter note. And so we talk about that, and we kind of drum the rhythm a few times to get that like dotted quarter note, eighth note rhythm in our brains. And then after that comes the fun. So then I have them take out their favorite food paper from the other day. If they didn't do one, we kind of refresh all of that, and they get to make up a rap with their favorite food. So I kept this super simple because I have never done this before, and so I had them go on Flipgrid to film it. I also made an example on Flipgrid. So what they're doing is they're taking their favorite food and they are making a 3-part song. I told them it's more like a rap. So I gave them the link to some like backing tracks to play in the background if they wanted to. And then a couple of them actually did sing, but most of them rapped it, or I told them they can just say the words if rapping sounds too scary. So it's 3 parts. The A section is they just say their favorite food over and over and over. So I usually have them tell me one so that we can kind of make one up on the spot so that I can show them how to think through it. So if it's like ice cream, because that's my favorite food, then the A section would be just saying the name over and over. So like ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. The B section is a couple of reasons why you like that food. So I told them to give me at least 3. So for mine, that might be like, ice cream comes in lots of flavors. It's really good on a hot day, and it's very yummy. And then we go back to the beginning with just saying the name over and over. So ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. It doesn't sound like much, which is good because then the kids are like, oh, I could totally do that. And so they go to Flipgrid, and this is the rest of the lesson. They go to Flipgrid and they turn their volume off and they go to the backing track and they are creating their thing. It's kind of funny because some of them do it super fast and then some of them take like a really long time. So I'm never really sure like how long to leave them on there. So I give them about 15 to 20 minutes, and then if they're finished, I give them the link to Google, Chrome Music Lab to play along with, because that's just a lot of fun. And so I've never done anything like this before. This is kind of like my experiment, just kind of trying it out. And it was so much fun. And I have to say, I was really impressed by how awesome some of these kids were. Like even some of my like really quiet, like kind of goody two-shoes kids did really well. And it's just been so much fun. And they're like rapping about cheeseburgers. It's great. Great. All right, so after that, well, that's it for Thursday. On Friday, we go through the Aussie song again, and this time, this is basically what I do in class too. I'm just gonna... This time, they are keeping the steady beat. So after we go through the song, then they keep the steady beat. I have them go find a cup that's not gonna break. And what we do is, after we keep the steady beat to the song, then I have them grab a cup, and then they are moving the cup to the steady beat. So just, al citron de un fandango, sango, sango, sabare, sabare de la rondela con su triqui, triqui, tron. Now, the original game is that you sit in a circle and you pass the cups around in a circle, so everyone goes the same way, except when you get to triqui, triqui, tron, you hold on to it and go back, back, back. So triqui, triqui, tron. So then whoever would mess that up would be out. Because we're virtual, obviously things are a little bit different. So what I've been doing is having them go tap, slide, so that then at the end we can do tap, tap, tap. So what I mean is it looks like this. Al citron de un fandango, sango, sango, sabare, sabare de la rondela con su triqui, triqui, tron. So if they don't get that tap, tap, tap on triqui, triqui, tron, then they would be out. We're not really doing outs right now, but you could like turn their video off or just have them sit out for a little bit or something like that. So that's a really easy way to do a cup passing game when you're not actually cup passing. Next time, I'm gonna use Flipgrid to have them come up with their own cup routine. So wish me luck on that. What do we have here? Composition rungs. Right? Some kids were done in like 2 seconds, and then the other kids, I'm like, okay, you have to go. I have a new class. And they're like, but I'm not done yet. You've had 20 minutes. What have you been doing? And they've been working on it usually. A few of them have been sitting there not doing anything, but you know, life. So we do that as our warm up, our little Aussie drone cup passing activity. And then after that, we review our rhythms, and then we do 2 rhythm Kahoots that I created. So the first one goes through the rhythm name. So it's literally just a picture of the rhythm, and it says like, what is this rhythm called? And then the second one is how many beats per measure. So it's the same pictures of the same rhythms, and it just says how many beats does this get. And I do actually take this for grade. So if you didn't know, on Kahoot, if you get to the end, it'll show you like the top scores, but you can click like view full report, and it will tell you like, you can either go by question or by student. So you can look at a student and see how many they got correct, and look at the next student, see how many they got correct. And it is super helpful because you can take that as a grade. So I have been taking those as 2 grades on Friday, and that makes life super easy. So then I have those grades, and I have the fractions grade, and then sometimes the food song I'll take as a grade too, depending on what's going on, because we need all the things. So that is pretty much it for the whole week. If you have questions, please let me know, and if not, then I will see you guys later. So next week we'll be back to talk about 4th grade. Sometimes I do 4th and 5th grade combined, so they have like the same lesson or very similar lessons. This time they were like totally different, so they are going to be different. So next week we'll talk about 4th grade, and that will mean that we've gone through every lesson for every grade twice. So I've had like 2 videos about each grade. The replay will be on IGTV, assuming it works today, because it did not work 2 weeks ago. And whether or not it's on IGTV, it will be on YouTube with all of the links to all of the things. So I'll link to the Alcidron activity and the Pizza Rhythms activity. I will see if I can link to a video of the Pizza Daddy-O, so you can get kind of a better image of what that's supposed to look like. And I think there was something else I was gonna link to, but now I don't remember. But that's okay, because I will know when I go back and review the YouTube video. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I love that I've seen like the same kind of people popping back up a few different times. It's so exciting. It's so nice to see you guys all the time. And I will see you next week at 5:30. And next week is my birthday week. So there's that too. It's not on Tuesday, it's on Thursday. But I'm already excited. Mostly because I don't have anything going on, so I feel like I don't have that much to be excited about right now. But you know, it's all good. So Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.